Hey there everybody, it's Aaron here. The audio for the first part of this video is a little out of whack until I get it adjusted, so I thought I'd put this in here to let you know. This is Pokemon Red. This is the first episode of Pokemon Red Emu Edition. I will be hacking, this is from the first day, I will be hacking this up into a couple episodes. They'll all be going up at one time so you guys can watch them. This is a live stream event that I do on my Twitch channel Monday nights at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, so stop by if you want to check it out live. But hopefully you enjoy this series, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Game. Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. What a shock. For some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for fights. Myself, I studied them as a profession. A little loud. Okay. The volume will turn off when I tab out. Let me know how it is. The Virtual Boy volume is really bad, and I can't tweak it in the thing itself, so I have to modify it outside. How's that? Is that better? It's okay that we're not missing anything. This is pretty old. Wow, I can actually fit the whole name on here. That's impressive. Your name is Mazrith. Okay. Oops, that muted it. That's about as low as it can go. Is that better? Hold on, I'll turn my mic up. There. The mic's on 100%, is that better? Okay. Thanks for letting me know, because I have no idea. What should we name the rival? I honestly, I don't like I'm using the Visual Boy Advance, and I honestly don't like the audio stuff in it. It drives me crazy. I've spent a lot of time trying to tweak it so that it doesn't just blow me out, but apparently it still does. We'll just name him Gary, because I don't care. Our very own Pokemon legend's about to unfold. Old school trick. There's a potion in there. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Jai. I don't know how can you tell me, can you spell phonetically how I'm supposed to say that name? Your name? Sorry, the lag is apparently worse than I thought, so the stream lag. You guys get to choose the starter. Even if there's only one person here watching and gets the one vote, you win. Kudos. It is unsafe in the wild grass, in the wild tall grass, the wild Pokemon. Axel would have been a good rival name too, I didn't think of that. I can never think of good rival names. I go with like stupid stuff. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Just wait here, Mazrith. Pick who you want. Drakui. Drakul. Yeah. I'm terrible with names. That's why mine's very simple. It isn't safe to go alone. Take this wooden sword. You can poke people with it. It's like a toothpick. Which one even is Bulbasaur in this gen? It's not that one. No. Squirtle. Fire Dragon. I stole my name from, the name that I got, I actually took from a book series called The Sword of Truth. There was a mountain range that was called Mazrith, the Mazrith Mountain Range, and so that's what or it was the Mazrith Plains or something like that, and so that's where mine came from. Alright, Dracul, since you are here, what will we name the Bulbasaur? You get to pick. Yes. We do want to give it nicknames, because we're going to mess around in Pokemon Stadium. The original Pokemon Stadium, and in that game, nicknames actually altered the color of the Pokemon a little bit, so you could get some really cool color variations. Sometimes it doesn't do anything. But you give me a name for the Bulbasaur. Hemlock. That's a good one. I've never thought of that one. I like it. Alright. So now Gary's gonna be a dick. And pick Charmander. He's a douche. I can't believe I've never thought of using that as a name for a Bulbasaur before. I've been playing these games for years and I have never once thought of that. That is just sad on my part. We do have a potion. I'm not afraid to use it to beat him. We'll have one of those really bad starts where he'll crit me twice. Just watch. I hate it when he does that. Man, he's really going to town on this one. Holy cow. He only growled once. There's the other one. Oh, now we're gonna get into this. Hey, Crimson Streak. Unfortunately, you missed out on the Pokemon pick, the starter pick. I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to wait too long because I didn't know if we'd even get anybody else. But welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. So here's the next... Alright guys, here's the next decision we gotta make. Since there's only a couple of you, I'm not gonna worry about making a straw poll for this. We need to decide, do we want to pick up a Pidgey or a Spearow to use for a flying type for a while? What do you guys think? Because that's one of the next big guys that I'm gonna make sure we have one of. Yay! And now we picked the wrong Pokemon. I wonder what he thought when he got to Brock. It's like, crap, this guy's got all rock types. I'm gonna go fight to toughen it up. That's one win for us. Yes, we are being joined by peoples. It is a great time. Pidgey. This was a crazy generation. This was before Gust was actually a flying type move, but it still does a crap load of damage. Potions. That reminds me, cool. Did you actually get your hard drive stuff figured out? It's been a while since I've streamed. Oh crap, we're into trouble. No, we should be okay. As long as he doesn't crit. Leech seed. Yeah, as far as the stream goes, I know that Twitch has been having problems lately with lagging and stuff. And it's actually on their end even. Good, glad to hear it, dude. As far as the Spearow or Pidgey goes, I just want to know, what do you guys want me to use? There's a good chance that it'll be switched out at some point, but what do you guys want me to use? Because the biggest reason why I'm doing this as a stream is because it was so that you guys can actually give me direct input on who you would like to see me use, so... Alright, let's go deliver this parcel so that we can get a Pokedex, so that we can do something interesting for once. The good old days where they didn't give you Pokeballs at the start of the game, you have to go buy them. Spend your money. Who needs money anyway, right? We're not going to pick up the town map, by the way, either. Screw that. It takes up inventory space. It seems to like me a lot. Pidgey! I'm cool with Pidgey. To be honest, when I played the games back in the day, I used to do Pidgey a lot. Pidgey was the one I usually went with. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. It's a guide to all the Pokemon in the world. I don't need you, man. I'm better than you anyway. Gary was always such a dick. The rival's such a dick in this game. I like him though. He's my favorite rival of all of the games. I like the fact that he's actually hard. When we first, when we were all young enough and still first playing this game for the first time, like, this dude was actually hard to beat. And I liked that about the game, about him. Okay, so one of the goals I do have for this playthrough is I want to try to complete the Pokedex, because we have access to all of the Pokemon. This emulator version gives us access to all Pokemon without having to trade with the blue version of the game. So we can catch all of the starters in on a certain route and stuff like that. So I'm really wanting to try to complete the actual Pokedex. Unfortunately, we can't get the other starters, I believe, until way later in the game, after Surf is available, because they're on the route directly south of Pallet Town. In that grass, there's a grass patch that you can access. So we can't catch them right now. But we are gonna take the time to catch Pokemon. I'm not gonna use all of them. So I won't update the overlay unless we're actually going to use that particular Pokemon until we have a full team of 6 to go with. A Pidgey is next on the list, though. I'm gonna go buy some Pokeballs. I will be catching both a Weedle and a Caterpie, and we will train them both up to level 10, but it's mainly just to get the Pokedex information. I'm going to use Caterpie for a little while as a poison killer, mainly for going through Mount Moon. As the confusion is useful to kill Zubat. Because we all remember the Zubat. How can you forget? They're everywhere. Okay, Crimson, since you're here, hopefully you're still here, you get to name the Pidgey. So think of a name for the Pidgey. We'll just buy 10 Pokeballs. Spend most of my money here. We're going to pick up a couple antidotes. Because I have been through that forest, and inevitably somebody will get poisoned and probably die. This is not a Nuzlocke. There is a reason for that. Well, so there's a lot of theories, Crimson, on the anime versus the games. One of the ones that always, a point against the anime that always annoyed me is they got into the idea that they never want Ash to grow older, and I think that would have been a cool concept and would have made the anime better. But I agree with you. I really enjoyed the anime when the games first came out, and like that first came out, and I was a lot younger at that point. As sad as that is to think about. I enjoyed the first little bit of it at that time, but like it's obviously not amazing at this point. Okay, I'm actually trying to catch Pokemon here, not just KO things. Pull my head out of my butt. Derp derp. Alright, here's our Pidgey. This is the one. Unless I knock it out. Alright, here we go. There we go. First Pokemon caught is Pidgey. And we will keep Pidgey for a good while, probably. Common sight in forests and woods. It flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. Alright, and now I wait for the stream lag to actually catch up. And I wasn't smart enough when I built this overlay to actually like leave room for names on any of these, so the overlay won't have their names, unfortunately, but oops, there. There we go. So we've got two of our party members. You know, they're cool. Actually, I have to admit, going back and looking at stuff now, when I first saw it, and I watched Digimon when it came out too, and I liked Pokemon more originally, but when I go back and look at stuff, I feel like overall Digimon as a series was much better. And as far as the games go, I generally don't lump them together I don't do the Digimon versus Pokemon thing, because for the most part the games are very different. Obviously, like if you go back and look at like Digimon World, the closest one to like a Pokemon-ish game that they've really done is put Digimon World 2, which was collecting, and then the Digimon World DS series has some very similar things, but I personally still feel like they're very different. But I agree with you. Thus the fact that Digimon is one of the really popular things on my channel. It is probably the most popular thing that I have going. Strife! So now for the really boring part, guys. This is the most boring part of all. We have to actually, like, train. Don't worry, though. We're not going to train up crazy high. I just want to get a couple levels on Pidgey so that we can actually not just get wiped out when we start going into Viridian. I do want to go beat Gary. Digimon World 3 was a great game. I only beat it once. I need to get back to my Digimon World series so that I can finish playing that so that I can move on to the other Digimon World games, because that was the whole plan for that series. As I actually am going to go through that. Digimon World 2 was my favorite for the longest time. I really loved that game. Grind time, yeah. I'm not gonna grind forever because that gets boring. Oh, here's another one. Okay, I got another one for you guys. So we can catch both Nidoran over here on, I think it's Route 22 or whatever, the one that's right next to Viridian. Which one should we use? Because we'll use one for a while, because I really like the Nidoran lines. What is he at? Nah, we can probably get another battle out of him. So what do you guys think? Should we go for Nido King or Nido Queen? Ooh, do not want to fight with him though. I'm gonna try to catch both a male and a female, but we'll use one over the other for a while. It's gonna suck if he crits me. Ooh, we got lucky. Man, it's really bizarre going back and playing these really old ones, because they don't have any of the luxuries that a lot of the newer ones have, like the experience bar that's visible during combat and stuff.